What's going on, guys? It's me, Dreamliner Fan 2016 here, and today we have another model plane unboxing video for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for today's video. Today we got a very simple unboxing. So as you can see, here is my box right here. I just got this box from Jet Collector. I think it was like over the weekend of last week as of this recording. So right now it's April 15th, and yeah, so really excited for this. This model in particular, this is from NG Models. This is a model I've been wanting to have in my collection for a long time, and I'm really fortunate NG has done it. They did this in the January 2024 releases, so they released this particular model, and overall I'm just beyond excited to have this particular model in my collection. So once again, this is from Jet Collector. Once again, they did a great job, on the shipping. It's really quick, and they're located in Grass Valley, California, and since I'm in the Sacramento area, it comes here really quickly. So with that being said, let's unbox this, and we're gonna see which models are there, which models are in this box. Alright, so let me just take care of, slice it all up like so. Nope. Yeah, something happened with my knife, but yeah, here we go. So let me just take out all these packing paper. My receipt from Jet Collector is there. Just put that aside, and we're gonna go through all these packing peanuts, and we're gonna see the model for, yeah, we're gonna see the model. So as I go through all these, oops, did not mean to hit my camera. Come on. Alright. As I take one model out of the box. Ooh, yes, I can see the box already. You can see a snippet of it. So you're gonna see what it is. So, taking it out. Yes. Right here, we have our first model. We have the NG Models 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 with split scimitars. More particularly, I wanted a 700 from Southwest in the Heart livery for a very long time. Well, I already got the Aero Classics one, but I'm really fortunate to now have a 737-700 from Southwest in the Heart livery on a very superior mold. So I'm just beyond excited to have that. But it's not just one Southwest 737-700 that I have, but as I take the other model out, come on, we have the second one with blended winglets. So really fortunate to have one with split scimitars and blended winglets. Really great additions right here. And once again, I'm very fortunate to have my Southwest 737-700s from NG Models from the January 2024 releases. So that's it for all the models in this box. So we're just gonna put this aside. And I did not mean to hit my lamp right there, but here they all are, my two Southwest 737-700s and the Heart livery, one being with split scimitars and one with blended winglets. So I'm beyond happy to finally have them for my Southwest Airlines collection. And here are the two NG Models 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700s from NG's January 2024 releases. I ended up getting two because there was a third one that actually had the Heart livery with blended winglets, I think, but then it had a wardrobe malfunction on the starboard wing with a canyon blue winglet, so I did not opt for that. Not sure if those are around still, but I ended up seeing one in the 800 with the wardrobe malfunction on the split scimitar winglet. But technically speaking, I don't think there's any more 737-700s from Southwest that have wardrobe malfunctions on the winglets of Canyon Blue and Heart. So that's why I opted for these two. But these are really critical for my model plane collection because there's a lot of 737-700s from Southwest Airlines that are currently flying as of today. So it's really worth getting one of these. And I've been wanting NG Models to do a 737-700 Heart livery, and finally it's here. I think it's at one point when I started collecting back in 2021 that I wanted NG to do I was thinking NG should do a 737-700. And yeah, here it is. Right here. Well, this isn't really the first time a 737-700 was made in 1/400 scale. Gemini Jets did one back then in 2014 or 2013. Then Panda Models made one with split scimitars and blended winglets back in 2021. That wasn't our models exclusive back then. And then here it is, the NG version coming in hot. Looking very nice, and I'm really fortunate to have that in my collection once again. A really critical point for my Southwest Airlines collection, especially if I'm going to be doing a Sacramento International Airport model plane, 1/400 scale model plane airports. These Southwest 737-700s are really crucial for that. So I'm really fortunate to have them once again. So I think what I do want to start with first is I'm going to go in chronological order. So I'm going to start with the 737-700 with split scimitars, and then I'm going to follow that up with the one with blended winglets. And as you can see, it really creates a very nice art style when I combine these boxes together. So this one's first, and then the other one is next, and it forms like this very beautiful art style. There's also one on the 700 with the canyon blue wardrobe malfunction that's also there, so it'll create like a three-way art piece in that case. But we're really fortunate to have these, and we're gonna get started with the unboxing, shall we? So we're gonna start with the 700 with split scimitars, and we'll continue from the blended winglet. So let's get started with the split scimitar dash 700. And let's begin this unboxing with the NG models 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the heart livery with split scimitars. Really excited to have this first model on deck, and once again, as I explained before, these Southwest 737-700s are very crucial for my collection, especially if I'm going to be doing some 1/400 airports that has Southwest 737-700s, especially SMF. So I'm really fortunate to have this one along with the blended winglet, which I'll be unboxing later. So let's get started with the split scimitar. You got the Boeing 737-700 tiles in red, you got the CGI image of the aircraft, you got the Southwest Heart logo, you got all the various Southwest colors, you got like a yellow and white gradient right there. And once again, NG is known for like these beautiful box arts, and this is one example right there. So you got the NG models 1/400 scale collectible models, die-cast metal. You got the Southwest Airlines tiles. You got the aircraft registration, November 2690 Whiskey November. You got the Boeing license product, and yeah, I haven't seen this exact aircraft, although I've catch so many 737-700s during my spotting in SMF. So I don't know if I actually, I don't think I have never seen this exact registration before. So yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, maybe I have, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, here's the registration once again. And yeah, and this is the first half, the first like, what is that? Kind of like first half of the box art right there. So it starts, so this is like the start of the box art, which could have formed, like, once again, there's like 3 boxes that form a very nice art. So this is the first one right here. Here's one side right there. And then here's another side. You got the Southwest tiles in blue. Another side. Quite surprised. I think the top looks different, because like I think it used to be in the middle, but then you got like the CGI image of the aircraft and the registration printed over there. So I think that's a change they did in like their recent boxes as of late. And yeah. And here's the back side. You got the NG logo in red. You got the warning hazards. You got the social media pages. Boeing licensed product once again. And the item number of this model is 77041. So really excited to have this. Now I did see the production image, like the production images, and yes, unfortunately the color of the blue is way too dark. And yeah, I'm not sure what was the deal with NG to do like a very dark blue on Southwest. They used to do it back then before, like not really back then, but they used to have the correct blue before. But I think when NG released the Max 8, that's where like the blue thing kind of like happened. So I should not expect too much. I know the color's gonna be, yeah, so this is what the color looks like. Don't have any explanation too much about that. And here's my CRP. This is in the December 2023 format. It has like a navy blue right there, and then at the back it's kind of like white. Yeah, it's like a white background, so there's that. I also like on how they also added in like what's this? This is their Chinese language. So I also like on how they added this. They added Chinese and English right there, so very cool. And we just set the box aside, and we're gonna get unboxing to this model. So my first Southwest 737-700 from NG is coming out, and she looks absolutely beautiful. Ooh, wow, look at her right there. Let me check the wings. Okay, wings are good. Wings, good. Horizontal stabilizer are also good. Let's see the tail. And there she is. So here is my Southwest 737-700 with split scimitars in the heart livery. Very fortunate on how this model turned out, minus the blue color. I think this model still looks very nice, and yeah, their 737-700 mold from NG is superior. So here she is right here, the Southwest 737-700 heart livery split scimitar version. So really fortunate that this model came intact, and yeah, first Southwest 737-700 down. Let's get into the review. And here's the NG model's 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 with split scimitars in the heart livery. Outside the blue being a bit dark, This model looks absolutely beautiful, and I'm really fortunate to have a Heart Livery 737-700 in NG Superior 737-700 mold. So really glad to have her in my collection. So let's get started with the review. You got the cockpit windows right there, you got the nose shape of the aircraft, of course, really accurate and very well represented on the NG mold. You got some pitot tube details, you got some radome. I'm not sure if you can see the outline, like the very start of the radome, outline of the radome. And then you got your main landing gear right there, along with the ship number of the aircraft on the nose landing gear door. You got your L1 boarding door, along with the Southwest Heart on the right side. You got some stag port details right there. You got your bottom antenna, so here's the bottom antenna right there. Moving on to the middle section of the plane, you got your top antenna, and then you got your Wi-Fi dome, and then you got your Southwest billboard tiles right there, and then you got your windows, of course, very well printed. And of course, Southwest Airlines is an all economy product, so they have all economy seats from the forward area to the aft area of the aircraft. Here's your CFM 56-7B engines right there, very well proportional in size, looking very nice. And then you got the Southwest.com tiles right there. Here's your main landing gear, and then here's the split scimitar winglet right there, very nice. And yeah, if I could try to like focus it, try to like use my hand to like make it focus, but I don't know if I can, but this is kind of like the best thing I got. But here is the split scimitar. You got all like the Southwest colors on the top winglet, and then at the bottom it's just gray. Moving on to some wing details, so let me just set her like this. So here's some wing details. You got your various cold smoke fuel faucet details, you got your emergency exit details, engine pylons, flare, flapjack, fairings, and then you got your ground spoilers and flight spoilers, slat details, flap details. I think I already mentioned slat details, but there they are. Moving on to the back area of the aircraft, you got the yellow and the gray, it's like the gray line, and then you got the red. And then you got the aircraft registration, November 269er, Whiskey November. And then you got 269er, which is like maybe the ship number. Here's your US flag on the dorsal fin. Moving on to the empennage, you got your APU right there, and your horizontal stabilizers as well. And as I zoom out, you have the Southwest Airlines heart tail right there. Very beautiful tail. And yeah, very well recognizable when you're flying Southwest. You'll recognize this tail because you're going to be flying Southwest, and of course, they are the Love airline. And then moving on to the front section of the plane, as you can see, very nice engine fan blade details. The cockpit windows are very well printed and they're straight and leveled, not crooked or anything. Also like the main landing gear as well. Well, not sure if this starboard main landing gear is about to come off. I hope it does not. But the nose landing gear does look very nice. And then moving on to the starboard section of the aircraft, of course you got your R doors as per usual. You got your forward cargo bin, which is somewhere right there. Oh, I think it's right there. That's where you place all your bags. And then moving on to the aft area, the aft cargo bin, the aft cargo bin is right there. Moving on to a top view of the aircraft, so let me just set her like this. So here's the top view of the aircraft, of course, with various nice details at the top. Here's the bottom section of the aircraft right there. Of course, no stand hole as per usual. You got all your various details. And the Southwest Heart logo right there, placed close to the front area of the plane. And then you also got 700 right there. You can't hardly see it, but it says 700. Now, if I can try to position her like this. So here's the front section of the plane, as I previously mentioned. I do want to give you like a front view of the plane again. And then moving on to the back area. Let me put her like this. So here's the back area of the plane right there. So overall, really fortunate to have this model in my collection. Once again, it's very crucial, along with a blended winglet. Speaking of that, we're going to get into that in a second. But I'm really fortunate to now have a 737-700 Heart livery with split scimitars. I think I have like a couple of Heart livery, like Southwest 700s, but those are special liveries. So I'm really fortunate to now have one in the Southwest standard livery. So really fortunate that this model came intact, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So great job, NG models. Well, besides like the whole color of the blue, I mean, like, it's still good. I did see JT Pilot's pictures of when he placed that model in broad daylight. I think it looks a lot better in broad daylight, but I'm using artificial light, so it kind of does appear it looks a bit dark. Well, it looks a bit dark on my camera, but from what I'm seeing, it's somewhere right there. But yet again, I think NG should probably fix the color of the Southwest blue. So yeah, that's kind of like my only complaint about this model, but other than that, the model looks absolutely gorgeous. So great work, NG models, on this Southwest 737-700. And now let's move on to the blended winglet version, excuse me. So without being said, let's move on to the blended winglet Southwest 737-700. Same song, second verse they might say, but we do have this NG Models 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 with blended winglets. Another nice addition to my Southwest collection, and I'm also glad to have NG Models 737-700 blended winglets. I actually do have the Aero Classics one, so not sure what I'm gonna do with that since I now have this, but really nice to have another one at least in the heart livery. So you got your Boeing 737-700 tiles, this is in blue. You got the CGI image of the aircraft. Pretty much the box is like the same. You got your Southwest heart logo, all your various Southwest colors, so no need to explain too much right there. NG Models logo, 1/400 scale, collectible models, diecast metal. You got the Southwest tiles and the Boeing licensed product right there. And you got the aircraft registration, which is November 221 Whiskey November, which I have not seen this aircraft either. So yeah, even though, once again, I've seen a lot of Southwest 737-700s during my spotting trips. So you got your sides right there. So here's one side, here's another side right there. You got another side with that different kind of look. And here's the other side as well. Here's the back side, you got the NG Models logo right there. You got the warning hazards, you got your social media pages once again. And the item number of this model is 77042. And this is the second half, like the second box art, the second art of the entire, out of the three. So yeah. Alright, so let's just unbox her, and yeah, nothing to go over when I review this model. It's just the same thing, but then it has blended winglets. So I think when I get to the review portion of this model, I'm gonna make sure I do this as quick as I can. So here's my model, and here's my CRP from NG in their December 2023 format. So, as I take it out, she looks absolutely very nice. And yeah, once again, the color of the blue is still dark, which I can't really complain too much, but it is what it is. So let me check the wings. Wings are good, horizontal stabilizers, and here she is, looking very nice. And yeah, NG has been doing good under quality controls as of late. Well, there will be times where landing gear would come off or a missing antenna, but in terms of like the wings and the horizontal stabilizers, they still managed to be intact, which I'm very lucky about. So really fortunate to now have my 700 with blended winglets. And yeah, once again, she looks absolutely very beautiful. And yeah, another great work from NG Models right there. And here's the NG Models 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 with blended winglets in the heart livery. I don't think I need to like explain too much since I already did like an in-depth review of the split scimitar variant, but I'll just make this review quick. I'm not going to point out all the various details, but once again, you got your cockpit windows, nose shape of the aircraft looking good, L1 boarding door, Southwest heart logo right there, nose landing gear door. Middle section is the only thing that's different, but you got your, of course, Southwest billboard tiles, CFM engine, Southwest.com tiles, and then you got your main landing gear, top antennas, and then you got your bottom antennas, and I forgot to mention about the previous one, but there's your dual antennas right there. And here's the blended winglet. As you can see, I think NG Models did a fantastic job on replicating the blended winglet of the Southwest Airlines logo. And as you can see on the starboard winglet, you got the blue at the very, like right there, there's like a little snippet of blue. You got your red and your yellow right there. And yeah, and let me look at the wing details. So here's the wing details as per usual. Flap check fairings, and then you got your slats, and then emergency exits and CSFF. So yeah, no need to go too much right there. Ailerons. And then moving on to the back area. The back is also different. Just the registration that's different. So you got November 221 Whiskey November, and then you got your L2 door, US flag on the dorsal fin, and then the empennage pretty much the same, and then you got your Southwest Airlines logo right there. Let me focus it, and yeah, here it is right there. And front as per usual still looks nice. And once again, the cockpit windows, I think this is, yeah, cockpit windows are not sure if they're crooked, but I'm assuming it's just printed perfectly. And then moving on to the starboard section of the aircraft, our doors as per usual. And then you got your forward cargo bin right there. And then you got your aft cargo bin. Let me focus it again, which is right there. Moving on to a top view of the aircraft. So here's the top view. No need to get into more further details. Here's your bottom view. Of course, no stand logo. You got your Southwest logo right there. And it should say 700 on the very front of the aircraft. Moving on to the front section. So here's the front section of the plane. And moving on to the back area. Here it is. So really fortunate to have this and the split scimitar variant. They should be nice additions to my Southwest Airlines collection, and I'm overall very fortunate to have her in my collection. And yeah, should be a nice addition if ever I do some 1/400 airports that feature Southwest 737-700. So I could get any like base, what is that? Like it gives up nice varieties of Southwest planes. So I get one with split scimitars and another one with blended winglets. So really fortunate that this model also came intact, and I'm really glad to have her in my collection, just like the 700 split scimitar. So that's it for this part of the unboxing. So let me line up all my two models, my two Southwest 737-700s, and we're gonna continue it from there. So with that being said, let's get into that portion. So I'm overall happy to finally have my NG model Southwest 737-700s in my collection. I've been requesting them ever since I started collecting, and here they are. It's like a dream come true for me. Well, technically speaking in terms of like collecting, but I'm really fortunate to now have these in my collection. And yeah, thank you so much NG for finally doing a 737-700s. It's like, what is that? Like, we've been due to have like a release of this again ever since they, like, Panda Models did their versions in 2021. Those two models are very rare to find. They do have the correct colors, but I think NG still has these available in their website. It didn't say that they're sold out yet, but it might, since how popular this model is and throughout the aviation industry, more in particular Southwest. But other than that, really nice to have these in my collection. And you think that I have two of them, and that's it. I have two Southwest models. Just wait until the next clip comes, because I think I ended up getting more 700 heart liveries than just these two. So you're gonna have to find out on the next clip on what's about to happen. So it's gonna be very interesting, but other than that, it's not just these two 737 and 700s that I have that I unboxed in this video. There's more coming up in the next clip. So without being said, everybody, let's just get into the next clip. So let's roll into the next clip, because you're gonna see more Southwest 737-700. So without being said, let's roll into the next clip. Well, here they are, 4 additional Southwest 737-700s. So not only I have 2 Southwest 737-700s from NG, but I picked up an additional 4 Southwest 737s. So therefore, that totals up to 6, which I think at this point it has turned into a mass unboxing, but it's not really like a mass unboxing. Well, sort of a mass unboxing, but I'm just unboxing 4 additional planes, but they're just the same thing. So, well, actually 2 additional planes for each like scimitar blended version. But yeah, they're just pretty much the same. But other than that, these are my 4 additional Southwest 737-700s. I got these models from West Coast Diecast, and I think I pre-ordered these models somewhere around like, it's either between like late January or early February of this year. So yeah, can get a hold of these Southwest 737-700s, because these are very common in the US, and I would like to have so many Southwest 737-700s if ever I were to make a SMF airport update in the future. But other than that, here we have my 4 additional Southwest 737-700s, 2 are split scimitars, and 2 are blended winglets. So yeah, we're just gonna unbox them. I'm not gonna go into like a full in-depth review since I reviewed these 2 models already, but I'm just gonna unbox each model from each variant of aircraft. So I'll unbox 2 models with the split scimitars, and I'll also unbox 2 models with the blended winglets. So we're gonna start from the top, work away from my top, from like the top to all the way to the very bottom. So we're gonna get started by unboxing these 2 Southwest 737-700s with the split scimitars, and after that, we'll unbox 2 blended winglet versions. So without being said, let's get onto the, what am I saying? Oh, I was gonna like think of something additional, but we're just gonna jump straight into the unboxing of these 4 models. So without being said, let's get into the unboxing of my 4 Southwest 737-700s. Alright, and here are the 2 additional Southwest 737-700s from NG models with the split scimitars. So these 2 have split scimitar winglets. Once again, these all came from West Coast Diecast, and I already did like a review on them. I do want to like try to make sure kind of fits like almost like a complete box art style thing. But other than that, these are 2 Southwest 737-700s, so now I have 3 split scimitar 737-700s from Southwest. So I'm not gonna go into further details about this, I'm just gonna unbox them right away. So let's get unboxing. So here's our first one. So we're gonna make sure this thing is intact. So we're gonna like take a look. Also, I had a band-aid on my thumb because I think I may have got like a injury, like a minor injury while I was working. So here it is. So we're gonna like check the wings. So that wing is good. Horizontal stabilizers and the tail. Make sure there's no landing gears are placed in, and we're good. So here's our first Southwest split scimitar coming in intact. So we'll just place her in like this. we'll take this out as I have my CRP from December 2023, so here it is right there, so we'll take care of that. And my second Southwest 737-700, of course, with split scimitars, which apparently is placed in the wrong way, which can't complain, can like do something about that. So here's my second or third split scimitar 737-700 in that case. So hopefully this one's intact too. Alright, so it's looking good, So I want to double check to make sure. Horizontal stabilizers, are they good? What about the tail? Check for landing gears, and she's also intact as well. So both of my split scimitars from West Coast Diecast, these two Southwest 737-700s, two additional in that case, have been intact, so that's what we love to see. And yeah, so my two split scimitar 737-700s, that's two down, and we got two more to go. So with that being said, let me just take these away, and we're gonna get started. Well, yeah, just gotta like make sure I put these away before I get into the unboxing of my two additional blended winglets. And also I have my CRP from December 2023 as well. So yeah, that's it for the split scimitars. Now let's get into the unboxing of the two additional blended winglets. And now let's get into the unboxing of my two additional Southwest 737-700s from NG models. These ones had the blended winglet configuration. So now I have like a total of 3 blended winglet planes from Southwest from NG, and yeah, all these like the additionals right here, they're also perfect for my Southwest collection. So once again, not gonna waste further time, we're gonna get unboxing right away. So just hopefully these two additional ones. So we got 2 down, 2 to go, so 2 of them are intact, which is great news. So let's hope the blended winglet counterpart, or both of them, are intact as well. So we're gonna like take care of this. Alright, so then we're gonna like take her out, so like so. Check the wings. There's kind of like a small gap, like a very tiny gap, but I don't think it's gonna come off. Gotta check the horizontal stabilizers and the tail. And she looks good, so that's my first of like two additional. So the first of the additional 2 Southwest 737-700s that have came intact. So she is intact, which is excellent. And let's hope that the second one is intact as well. And yeah, I also have my CRPs. Here, let me just like take out the CRP. So yeah, it's, ooh, shoot, this looks crooked. So this unfortunately got bended. I guess it was like the CRP was there and it was packed in very tightly on the box. So, well, that's an easy fix right there. But let's unbox my second Southwest blended winglet, or third blended winglet NG Southwest 737-700. CRP is right there. Kind of like a little bit of a dent on the edge right there. And yeah, let's hope this one is intact. So let's hope we go 4 and 4 on these. So let me just do this and take her out like so. And hopefully she's intact. Okay, this one is good. It kind of has a little bit of gap, but I don't think it's going to come off. This one's also looking good as well. Let's see this. Horizontal stabilizers are looking good, and the tail, landing gears, and she is intact as well. So 4 and 4 for all these Southwest 737-700s. Let me check to make sure that the additional, okay, that's good. So 4 and 4 for these Southwest 737-700s. I'm gonna do a happy dance afterwards. So yeah, we have all my additional Southwest 737s, my 4 additional Southwest 737-700s coming in intact. So let me just kind of like position all these like this. I have my split scimitars right there, right beside it. So we'll just like position all these. And there we go. So here are my 4 additional Southwest 737-700s from NG models from their January 2024 releases. Yeah, I really had to like get 6 Southwest 737-700s because once again, they're very common in the US. So gotta like get plenty of them. I never had like Hart Lewis 7. Well, that Aero Classics one I do have in my collection, but I'm planning on selling that. So yeah, that's that. But other than that, I'm really fortunate to have both of these intact, including my 2 additional ones from Jet Collector. So there you go. Those are my 6 Southwest 4 additional Southwest 737-700s. The total comes in at 6. So you're gonna see in the next clip all my 6 Southwest 737-700s. So get ready, guys. So it's gonna be a talent show to say the least. But other than that, we got all these models unboxed and they're all intact. So yeah, that's it for today's video. So without being said, let's get into the conclusion, and let's line up all my 6 Southwest 737-700s. So without being said, let's roll into the next clip. And here they all are, my 6 Southwest 737-700s from NG models. Man, take a look at this. This is quite the talent show to say the least. So yeah, these are all my 6 Southwest 737-700s. Once again, it kind of is about to turn into a mass unboxing at this point, since I unboxed 6 models in this video, but technically, I don't know if this is going to be a mass unboxing or not. Honestly, I don't really know if this is a mass unboxing. Comment down below, is this a mass unboxing or not? But yeah, that's literally the same models, but I unboxed 4 additional ones. So you're seeing a total of 6 right here. So do want to give you guys a rundown. So kind of like what I do on my mass unboxing. So this side shows all the split scimitars. So these are all the 3 split scimitar Southwest 737-700s I have. November 269 Whiskey November. So here those are, like here they are. And on the other side, we have the blended winglet counterpart right there. So November 221 Whiskey November. Those are my 3 blended winglet Southwest 737-700s. So on that, overall, I'm really glad to have all these Southwest 737-700s in my collection. Do want to move my light because like, just want to make sure it has some better lighting. Alright, so I think that's good. So yeah, these are all my Southwest 737-700s, and I'm really fortunate to have them in my collection. And if I ever do like a Sacramento International Airport in the future, like a 1-400 mile airport, I'm looking forward to use these models for that airport update, mainly in Terminal B, since Southwest always like to operate in Terminal B. Like all Southwest operations at SMF are in Terminal B. So yeah, there they are right there. But yeah, really glad to have these in my collection, and overall looking forward to hopefully use them in a future airport update, whether it be Sacramento, San Jose, or some other airport Southwest Airlines flies to. But other than that, these models from NG looks absolutely fantastic, even though the blue on the heart livery is quite dark. But other than that, not gonna complain about that. I still think NG did a fantastic job on their 737-700 mold, and really fortunate to now have NG Southwest 737-700s, and yeah, they're just like units. They're all units right there. So really glad to have them in my collection once again. So that's it for today's video. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. And if you want to see more of my model plane content, then you can click on my playlist that will appear as, like, of course, yeah, it's gonna, I don't think it's gonna appear on the card because that's what I said before, but make sure to click on that playlist and you can see all my model plane content from unboxings, reviews, and a whole lot more. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.